Hi guys, it is time for my very first update for my eyeshadow bank. I started it this year. I've never done it before, but last year I saw Laura Force do this and I thought this was such a great idea. Basically, you get points for using your eyeshadows, in different ways. And based on those points, you will know how much you can bring into your collection eyeshadow wise. So if you have 10 points, you can bring in one eyeshadow. If you have 50 points, you can bring in like a Natasha Denona 5-pan palette. And this is a good way to just slow down your purchases when it comes to eyeshadows, because it's so easy to buy eyeshadow palettes that you don't really use that much. But here, if you use eyeshadows a lot, then it's okay to bring in more, So there are 6 ways that I can earn eyeshadow points. One is by finishing eyeshadows. If I finish an eyeshadow, I get 5 points. If I hit pan on an eyeshadow, I get 2 points. If I have used a shadow 10 times and I am starting fresh, so I will not go off of uses for last year or something like that. I have started everything new. So if I hit 10, 20, 30, 50 points like that, I will get 1 point. If I take a picture, I will get 1 point. And I added this because I really want to be creative and also remind myself to take pictures so that I can have like a picture bank where I can just look for inspiration and see what I've done throughout the year. And then I will get 2 points. This is something that I changed from last time. I said I will just get 1 point for a no pan left behind, but I have decided to give myself 2 points because it's not that easy to actually do a no pan left behind. And even though I have hit my no pan left behind goals on pretty many palettes this month, I will not be able to use the same palettes to get more points. So for example, even if I use my Pan That palette and do no pan left behind over and over again, I can only get 2 points like for the whole year from no pan lefting behinding it. How do you say that? No pan left behinding it. It should be, maybe. So it will be harder because I am working on a few palettes more than others. But I also have some smaller palettes. They will be easier, of course, to gather points from. And then we have some humongous palettes and they will be so hard to hit a no pan left behind goal on. So I'm thinking 2 points, it's fair. I think it's fair. And then I added one this month and I haven't gotten any points for that. But that is if I hit pans in all of the shades in a palette, I will give myself 5 points more. That is another goal I have for this year. I would like to have maybe 1, 2, maybe even 3 palettes where I can see a pan in every shade. That would be awesome. And so if I meet that goal, I will give myself 5 points. And you might think that, well, you will get so many points. Like, what's the idea? You can buy whatever you want then, But you will reduce 10 points for every single shadow that you bring in. So let's play with the thought that I would buy a P. Louise advent calendar. And I get one of those 50 pan palettes. That's 500 points for one palette. So just to be able to buy one advent calendar, if that is what I choose to do, I will have to have like 500 points for that. So I thought, let's just play around. Let's see if I can make it with this system, with these points. So let's go through it all. First of all, I finished 2 shades and that was last year. When I started this, it was last year. So the empties that I have in here, 2 of them counted towards this, but I finished them last year and I don't want to show you any spoilers for Pan That palette because it is still my Pan That palette and I want to finish off the 4 remaining shades from last year that I didn't finish. So that will give me 10 points. Now I have hit 10 pans this month, which is awesome. 10 pans, that will give me 20 points. Let me know if you want to see the pans that I have actually hit during the months. Do you think that would be a fun idea? Let me know if you want to see that. But let's move on to the shadows I used 10 times or more. And that ends up being 11, which means I will get 11 points for that. For pictures, I have taken 11 pictures. And I only take pictures if I feel like a look is different enough for me to take a picture of it. You know, if I go with the same look over and over again to hit pan on something, for example, I don't want to take pictures of it. It's not enticing to have like 20 pictures of the same look different days. Like, no. So I made 11 pretty different looks this month, which is, it's great. So 11 more points there. And then I did a no pan left behind on 7 palettes. Several of these I am still working on. So even if I would do a no pan left behind on these again, I wouldn't get any points for it. But for the first time, they do count. So 7 palettes will give me 14 points for no pan left behinding them. And then the last category, hit a pan in all shades. I didn't do that at all, so I get 0 points. And if we add all of this up, I have earned 66 points, which means I can buy 6 eyeshadows if I want to. So that's like a Natasha Denona mini, or do we know anything with 6 pans? I don't know. I'm not really into any eyeshadow palette at the moment. I don't feel like I need any more at the moment. I am fully focused on using things up, hitting pan, loving my collection and using everything that I have. And I'm having a great time so far. And oh, right. I also said that I will kind of give you my beauty balance as well. This year I'm doing a 2 out, 1 in rule. So for every 2 things I finish or declutter, I can bring 1 thing in. So I have decluttered maybe 3 things. I don't know. And I finished 8 items. And I think that is the lowest number I have since I started panning like 3 years ago. I've never had only 8 products out in a month. But I have to take into consideration that I am working on bigger products and that I'm not working nights anymore, which, you know, slows the progress down significantly when it comes to makeup and makeup removers and stuff like that, because I don't do my, you know, full face of makeup twice a day anymore. So things will be slower, and that's okay. I still want to use my collection and use things up. But yeah, I finished 8 things. I didn't bring anything in last month, so that's an easy update. I have 8 points, which means I can bring in 4 new products. And I also decluttered some products, and that will count. So every decluttered product also counts as 1 point. So I think I have 3 more points, which means I can buy 5 things if I want to. But not now. Like I said, I'm very happy with where I'm at, and I am trying to reduce my inventory. So yeah, for now I'm good. And with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this first update for my eyeshadow bank and my first update for this year for my beauty bank. And I hope I'll see you in the next one. Have a great evening. Bye.